Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's me, your boy Trey, and it is First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So good morning, coming to fall in with us this morning as we get ready to talk about some of the things that's going on. As you know, the NBA Finals continues tomorrow, so we'll be ready to go then. Uh, a lot to speak about. So definitely get to formation. Don't know how it is running it up as you seen it forming up before first starting calls fall in. Let's go. What's good this
I'm
morning,
falling
Ron?
in. I'm falling in.
Yes, sir. What's good with
I'm
you?
a
What's
little
good with
bit late, Commander, but I'm falling in.
you?
Man, I missed Monday. It was one hell of a day over here, and I was like, I got to get back home. At least another day this week with my dog, Trey. There's some
Oh, what's
things we
good?
got
What's
to talk
good?
about.
Yes, sir. Oh, well, looky here. Look who else
It's
decides
got
to
to be
boom
Bishop.
just cut into the room
Yeah, I saw
yesterday.
him come on yesterday's show, and I was like, man, Bishop look hurt. He look wore out. Vegas did you in, dog.
Man, what's going on? WGO, WGO. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing this morning, man?
Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day.
Hump
Mr.
day.
Rogers type atmosphere.
Oh, it's a good day in the neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
So first of it, all things, anything. One thing that's coming up. I don't know how many of them. The how many of our high speeds out there rock with the NHL. But of course, if they don't, as we know, the Tampa Bay Lightning will start to tonight playing the Colorado Avalanche as they are the last two remaining as the Stanley Cup Final starts off tonight. Uh,
And so doesn't the College World Series start tonight too?
yes.
Okay.
I,
Hold on.
I
You
did.
excited? Hold on.
You
See,
did.
this is the
You see that?
nonsense,
You
Ron.
see that?
See,
You
Ron,
seen it?
see, that's the
I try.
nonsense. See,
I
Ron,
tried.
there go the nonsense. See, I
I
mentioned the
tried.
Caught in
I
the
College
act.
World Series.
tried. I searched for something, something
Man, this
witty to
dude
say,
here,
but I was
bro.
like, you know what? Just say,
This
I
dude
just
here, bro.
so
You came
yes.
with
Caught
this dude, Ron.
red-handed.
Ron, you came with this dude, bro. You came
I
with
tried.
this dude,
I
bro.
tried, man. I
Good
tried.
morning, Key. Good morning,
I
Key.
think what it was is you caught me off guard with it. And the only thing I could hear is some boomer sooners type stuff. That's the only thing.
It's a little early for
I,
Boomer soon. I ain't gonna do it
okay,
yet. I ain't
okay,
gonna
okay,
do it
okay,
yet. I'm
okay,
gonna
okay.
wait. Good
Because
morning, Fred. Good
Man.
morning.
that's basically what held me up. Because I was thinking, I was like, I had this in my mind. I had to go through. Is he setting me up for something? That's what I had
Nah,
to
I
something to think
ain't
about.
gonna
It's
do
like,
it yet.
okay,
I ain't gonna do it yet.
Trey and yo excuse. That was the first thing that came to my mind too. I was like, oh,
okay,
here go
okay.
Bishop. He's starting it already.
So yeah, that's what it was.
Don't do me. Don't do
That's
me,
honestly
Ron.
what
Come on,
that's
bro. Don't
honestly
do
what
me,
I
Ron.
thought to
Don't do me,
myself.
bro.
I had to go through it. You don't know how many different scenarios went through my head in that exact moment. And I think everyone watched and seen it go on live. Saying in the exact moment, all the scenarios possibly that was a rebuttal to whatever I was about to rebuttal when you said it. So I was
Here
trying to
he
prepare
go,
myself,
man.
and then I was like, you
This
know what,
dude.
just let him have
This
it.
dude.
Let him have it.
Yeah. No, yeah, the College World Series start tonight, man. For those boom boom fans out
There
there,
you
man.
go. There you go.
Yes, that's interesting enough. But yeah, so like you said, College World Series as the men's portion of the World
Mhm.
Series gets started. Uh, Tampa Bay
Hey, but
Lightning,
quick question. Did
Colorado.
y'all
Yes,
know
sir.
did y'all know there was a women's um professional softball league?
Yeah, we did. I held
It's
it
been
down
around
for
for a
you
little
last
bit.
week.
I didn't know that.
What
It's
I
happened?
didn't know that.
it's it's been around for a little bit, but I think it of course it doesn't really gain any really true notoriety,
None.
just like a lot of things when it comes to
None.
women in general.
Like they
Yeah,
don't show it
so
on Sports Center. They don't show no games. They don't show no highlights. None of that.
Oh, a version of the women's MLB.
Yeah, they don't
yeah,
show that. Like they don't
it's
show nothing.
it's
The
softball.
only
Yeah.
reason I know, because I was sad for Jocelyn Allo because that was her senior year after they won the World Series, but then I seen yesterday was it yesterday day before she signed with the team, the Vipers,
Hmm.
a professional team. Oh, Key say they on
Dang.
ESPN Plus. Okay, she signed with the Vipers, which is a professional softball team, women's softball team,
Mhm.
and I did not know that.
Man. Well, they can barely get the ladies to show up and watch the WNBA, so it makes sense.
That part.
No shade to the ladies.
Yeah, no shade whatsoever. But that part, I totally agree with you. That's crazy though. I did not know that. I didn't know they had a
Same.
professional team. But cool. That's what's up. Go ahead, Trey.
Yes,
My
sir.
bad. I didn't-
Oh no! You good. So of course, going into the NBA, man, just like going into the NFL, the
Good
NBA,
morning, May.
New Orleans Pelicans center Jordan Hayes has been sentenced. He did end up receiving the sentence for for the most part.
AP, good morning.
Where he's basically been tasked or been sent receive 3 years probation, 450 hours of community service, and a year of weekly domestic violence classes for his scuffle with the Los Angeles Police Department during, or that was called out in investigating a domestic violence call. So the biggest thing for me, like, I think the probation isn't, it wouldn't be necessarily hard at all. It's the 450 hours of community service for me.
Oh, yes, Lord. 450.
In which he can get done in New Orleans or wherever he's going to be at. He doesn't have to necessarily be in California to do it. But whoa, 450 hours?
That's a lot. That's a
I
lot.
remember I had to
It
do
was a good
I had
game
to do
last night.
20.
Yeah, I watched it. But
I remember I had
go
to do
ahead.
20 hours. I remember I had to do 20 hours, and I was like, this is not what business is.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's about 20 whole days worth.
Especially when you get around somebody, those people who be like, oh yeah, we just going to get you. We're going to use you as best we can.
Oh, we got another one to the plantation, master.
Don't want to act right? We got you.
We got that act right.
Oh yeah, it was. I was around it. I was going around picking up, moving weight benches and weights and stuff like that, and everything, man. And then I transitioned into the, and then I was like, you know what? Let me go back on post to do these, and I went back on post to do them. I was in that joint. You would have thought I worked there, cleaning equipment. I was like, this is not. I was like, never again.
The worst is when the military make you go do them sandbags on the flight line, man. They have me putting sand in a dang bag and filling it up.
See, Bishop, you hear that?
What he say?
He just said it's worse when you got to go put sandbags in the flight line, and he said they have you putting sand in a bag, bruh.
Really? Welcome to the Army, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? It's like I had to sit there again.
That's see for you that's like an extra duty. For us that's just regular duty.
Just regular duty.
That's regular duty. Man. We do that on the regular.
Dang.
Ooh, good. Really, AP? Ooh, that's a very
unrealistic
statement. Unrealistic.
Just like, I'm not going to play with you, Bishop. Let's not even do that.
That's a very hard statement, guy. That's a very hard statement, guy.
The first thing that went to my mind is how many points will he really have to drop for us to even consider it? We need at least a 50 piece.
At least.
Oh, you know what? I would like to shout out Ron, even though it was a little bit too late, but he did say that Steph was going to drop a 40 piece.
Who said
it for Ron? He said it for game 3. He said it was going to happen in game 3, but it ended up happening in game 4.
I rewinded it back, and I said,
but
Trey, although I said the same thing for
piece.
game 3.
And it happened
I said the same thing for game 3. It's going to happen in game 4. But I was with desperation.
Yeah.
And I definitely wouldn't have thought he would have showed up the next game and went 0 for 9.
No one saw that. It kind of erases the 40-point game, to be honest.
Does it really? Does it?
Yeah.
Really?
0 for 9?
He
it
was he
kind of
was he was
it
0
kind
for
of
9 from 3.
overshadows,
But
bro.
it's a
Like
difference. He like
they still talking about that 0 for 9 2 days later.
well because I mean he's the greatest shooter in this
That's
in
why it
of all
overshadows
time.
it. That's
So,
why it
but
overshadows it
he was 0
because
for
we don't
9,
stress
but it
that
was
too
0
much.
for 9 for 3-pointer. Not he had 16 points in the game. So I mean,
That's
but
that
of
that
course, the simulate. I
that's
think the problem is when we assimilate 3-point shooting or shooting, we
we
assimilate 3-pointers from Steph
yeah
Curry. And 0
yeah
for 9
yeah.
sounds like he didn't make a single shot. He didn't score anything in 35 minutes of play. But no, he had 16 points and just 0 for 9. When it came down to it. Good morning. What's going on, Frat? Uh, but going back to what Anthony Price was saying, I know Ron was like, "There's no way possible." Like, obviously, he would have to drop 250 pieces over the. I mean, at least, yeah, he would have to drop a 50 piece in the closeout game for tomorrow. But to what Anthony Price is saying, he is locking down Tatum at the end of the day too, to a
Who
degree.
I
Wiggins?
mean,
Yeah,
if you think
to a
about
degree.
it,
Is he
Dre,
locking him down or is he kind of got him at bay? There's a difference.
Okay, Ron, first we get to your what you was about to say. Then I like to hear Bishop's at bay or lockdown comment. But go ahead, Ron.
since we're going to talk about it, in all
Okay.
reality,
hmm
Draymond won a game, Steph won him a game, and Andrew
Wiggins.
Wiggins won him a
Yep.
game.
Facts. Facts.
So who's going to win the
Facts.
next one?
But hold on, Ron. I'm just trying to figure out what game did Draymond win him?
Game two.
The aggravation game.
Oh, okay. I guess yeah, okay.
So it
I
was
was
like
I was just saying that Wiggins is playing Tatum. However, I get it. Tatum had one game where he didn't have a whole lot of points, but he still had him 13 assists, 13, 14 assists that contributed a great deal to points to getting them that win. So I personally feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm giving credit where credit is due. Wiggins is definitely putting some great D on Tatum. I wouldn't say he locking him down though. I would phrase it as, like I said, he's holding him at bay. He's holding him at bay. He's got him, Tatum isn't getting the Tatum isn't able to do what he really wants to do. So because Wiggins is holding him at bay, but Tatum is still doing what he can. And he's contributing in other aspects, like I said, with assists and stuff of that nature, getting key rebounds and stuff like that. So I'll give him that.
So one thing I say definitely, Tatum is at this point he's made as many field goals as he has 3-pointers. He's 19 of 40, I think 19 of 40 from 3-point, which is 47.5 from behind the arc. But he's shooting 37% from the field in reference to that. So it is definitely not a situation to where he's locking down. So I think it is more of an at bay when you think about it, because he's effectively affecting Tatum without question, because he's holding him to 27, 20, no more than, I mean, most he scored is 27. But I think what is key that we can talk about is he presumably is the reason for Tatum disappearing in the fourth quarter when he's probably needed the most. Would y'all say that?
Say that again. Say that again, Trey. What'd you say?
Would you think that he's more effective in the fourth quarter, in which Tatum is basically 1 for 5 in the fourth quarter?
You talking about Wiggins is more
Yeah,
effective in?
yeah,
Yes.
That's where it comes in. That like
Yeah.
Tatum can get off maybe 1 to 3 to a degree, but when it comes to the fourth quarter, there's a disappearing act. He's David Copperfield.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say. I could agree to that. I don't know about you, Ron. What you think? You think Wiggins is being more effective in the fourth quarter versus Tatum, when Tatum is normally when he starts to
Listen,
become
my thoughts is nobody on this Golden State Warriors team can stop Jason Tatum. Okay. Like, let's just be real. Andrew
bold.
Wiggins, your defense has been cute. But
He said cute.
He's cute.
this is as bad as the Celtics has been looking. No disrespect to Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum showed up to the NBA Finals not ready for this moment.
You know, Ryan's been
He
saying that.
He's been a liability and not the leader that the Celtics thought they had. Inconsistency is the worst thing you can bring to a team.
Especially in basketball. Yes, that is so true.
And he hasn't came through once. We could talk about the 13 assist, 2 turnover game. Adorable.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason Tatum has not shown up for the Celtics yet.
He said adorable. What's okay? Hold on. So let me ask you this, Ron. This is directed to you then. What do you mean he hasn't showed up? Because didn't he have one 30-point game?
Yes, one 30-point game. Last game. Well, did he? I don't think he has had a 30-point game this season.
Wasn't it a 30-point game?
I think that was last.
Was that last series? I thought he had one 30-point game.
It was last series. I don't think he's had a 30-point game this series. I think it was last series.
Well, I know somebody that's averaging 34 points a game this series. That bad man, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, Steph is averaging 30 points, and
I know Steph is.
He's ready.
Yeah, I know Steph is. I thought he had at least one. I thought he
had at least
one.
We gotta wonder.
Yeah, is a problem. Yeah, when we gotta go and look it up to see for sure.
We're on game 6, and we're talking about him having at least one.
Hey, one.
You are not Kobe Bryant, sir. Kobe says I'm messaging him.
I see that. They is grimy.
What happened?
It's a meme out there where it says, where Tatum says, "Don't worry, I got you, man." And then it says Kobe Bryant. He's like, "Stop messaging me." And it's Kobe Bryant sitting in the clouds, like with his hands crossed. I had to send it to you. I have it. I was like, they is so, man.
Yeah, because Jason Tatum keep doing all the Kobe Bryant tributes. Jason Tatum's the one out here doing Kobe Bryant tributes. Like where's your championships at?
That was his.
Look at your text. Look at your text message, Bishop.
That was his idol. I mean, that was his mentor. What you expect, man? He was his mentor. Come on, man.
You don't feel like he was trying to say he's the next Kobe? You don't feel like he was trying to say he was the next Kobe? He's arrived.
Y'all, whoever came up with this is wrong. They dead wrong, bro. Yo, they dead wrong.
And I can see when it was one of those situations where I can see it, I can hear it. From looking at the meme, I can see it, hear it.
So Ron, are you really gonna say, you can say that so everybody can see it, Trey? On here. So Ron, are you really gonna sit here and say that at some point, because what year are we in with Tatum? How many years he been in the league now?
6. He's only 24.
Yeah, he is 24.
Not even in his prime. Okay. He has 3 more years to prime.
So let's be. So my question's again redirected to you, Ron, or even you, Trey. You can answer this too. Excuse me. Of course, before the great Black Mamba passed away, God may he rest in peace. Before he passed away, was it Tatum looking to be groomed to be the next, in air quotes, Kobe Bryant? Is that not true?
There's a multitude of players. Kobe Bryant became a big brother to everybody.
Well, don't get me wrong. I know he mentored a lot of people, and a lot of people looked up to Kobe, and a lot of people got information in gameplay.
But you're saying nobody was closer than Jason,
right? That's what I'm asking. Yeah, absolutely. And like Andre said, the next so-called Mamba, air quotes, Mamba mentality type guy.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that. The behavior still is unacceptable. Trey, am I wrong?
No, I mean, I would even say it was Jason.
Like wasn't Kobe like that in his early years? When he was shooting up, everything, and like in his early years, Kobe was that way too. Kobe had to come into his own.
Yeah, but when Kobe and the Lakers went to the championship, it was utterly, they didn't lose. They won their championships more so than losing. So, excuse me.
That was Kobe's
first championship with Tatum. This is Boston's first championship with Tatum, though.
Correct, and that's what I was about to say. Maybe it could be. I mean, I think what Ron is saying, and which we discussed a little before, is what he's saying is Tatum. It's too early for Tatum. It wasn't his time. We gave him the flowers. We was like, okay, maybe he is his time. He's doing damage, and then what we're seeing is he's regressing in the spotlight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to holler at Tatum when he's 27 in his actual prime. That's in 3 years.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I could agree to that. That's fair.
I honestly, it'd be not any shade to the Boston franchise, but I don't. If they can't get it now, I think it's going to be a little bit. I think this is a time. This is the time to strike. I just think the everyone else is getting is going to get better around Boston. Boston was maybe an anomalous top season to where we just didn't see them coming. Honestly, even though they did start doing damage late in the year with the defensive prowess, but I think when you look at it, like they took care of KD, they took care of Giannis. They took care of Jimmy buckets, but all of it comes. Even though it's no excuse, all of it comes to where those teams in which they dispatched were short for the most part. Jimmy by himself wasn't going to do it. Then they lost Tyler Hero in the earlier. I mean, in the middle through the series. Giannis. I think that's the only one you can actually say where they probably really did take care of business at the end of the day. When you look at them playing Brooklyn, let's be honest.
Giannis is a madman. He's the best player in the NBA, and I don't think anybody's close.
When they played Brooklyn,
full of bold statements today, bro.
Yeah, I kind of just came onto that realization
that Giannis is the best player in the NBA,
and it's not really close. Like he's like
what?
He's like the Terminator out there.
This guy.
I think he's like what Will Chamberlain would look like. Just dominant.
God. This guy here, bro.
And he already got his ring.
And
if he didn't have Middleton, he's beating the Celtics.
You know what?
Okay, that's true. That's what I knew it was somebody. Yeah, but they didn't have Middleton. He had no Middleton.
You know what? My bad. You saying Giannis, but I'm thinking Embiid. Yeah. You saying Giannis, but in my mind I'm thinking Embiid. You're right. I can agree to that. The best player in the NBA, I can agree with. I'm thinking Embiid when you say that because coming from you, Ron, I'm thinking you saying Embiid, but you're saying Giannis. I can agree to that.
And then lastly, like I was getting ready to say, without let's be honest, if Kyrie had played the majority of the season, I don't foresee Brooklyn would have been in the position they were in with having to fight into a play-in. And then
that facts. Yeah. Fact. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead. Keep talking, Trey. My bad. You're saying good things. Facts. Keep going.
You're saying good things.
So basically, saying, but like Rob was saying, I knew it was something. It was a piece that was missing for Milwaukee. But yeah, no Middleton. Had they had Middleton, we might not even be having this conversation right now. Yeah,
huge difference maker. Huge. We seen how that tandem works together. I mean, we just watched them last year win the championship against another great three-headed monster out in Phoenix. So we know they can do it. You know what I'm saying? With two people. And don't get me wrong, they had more than two people, but like you said, Middleton was a key factor. Him not being in the series played a huge part on them not making it past that round.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I just think this was the season in which they had the best shot, and it's being missed. Yeah.
Why do you? So let me ask you this. This coming straight to you, Trey. Why do you feel like they can't come back?
I think the league.
As long as they don't change out, as long as they don't lose anyone. Let me put it like that.
I think if the teams that the four that we mentioned are come back healthier, those teams are better. And then I think there's some young guns that's coming up that's going to be able to produce chinks in their armor to where they're going to be less susceptible to everyone else. So I just think it's going to be different. Like I'm truth be told, on the other side,
so out east, you feel as though
I was about to say out west too. Like let's not dismiss the fact of if as we said a lot of times, if Dallas is able to get a piece or two they're going to be a
To
problem.
help.
Let's not dismiss the fact of when we was talking about earlier. If Ja would have been healthy the whole series, Golden State might not
Memphis.
be there. Yeah, Ja.
Memphis.
Y'all wanna know why for real? It's
Wow.
because the Boston Celtics are never gonna have the best player on the court. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is not it. All those teams that you named, Trey, their best player is better than them, and that's what Steph Curry has shown.
And true that. And then to where Coach is saying, that's where I was just going with it, Coach, is that basically the same conversation is that in which we're having for Golden State. Memphis, I honestly believe, had Memphis been healthy, I don't think Golden State would be in the championship right now.
So you're saying, you honestly believe, Trey, that if Kevin Ja Morant would have been healthy and been able to play in that series, Memphis would have closed out on Golden State?
I feel like what he's saying, Bishop, is Ja Morant is better than Steph Curry.
No, I'm not saying Ja Morant I'm not saying Ja is
You
better.
gotta be. You said it.
Nah.
You gotta be.
But so what I'm saying, think of it like this, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a bold statement.
I mean, in game 2, he dropped 47. He was technically better than Steph the first 2 games.
He did. He did. Now that's facts.
Not like it didn't happen in front of our face.
See, look, you got Coach Myers like blasphemy. So no, that is not what I'm saying. I am not saying that Ja.
Look at Taylor May talking about wow. Everybody like, really?
You know what? People love to jump on some of that soon. Like, no, that is not what I'm saying. So what I am saying is, y'all finna take my my NBA card. Like, so what I'm saying is,
bold too soon to make that statement. Look at everybody on.
So I'm not saying that.
You know what? He really said that.
hey, look.
God, boy, they going in on Trey, boy.
I think that's what I'm. So I'm not saying. Y'all know all my life I had to fight. So what I'm saying is basically is that no, Ja is not better than Steph. What I'm saying is, as a collective, the way that they were playing, Memphis had their point.
You about to get censored, boy. They about to do it.
He's still doing it.
Look, the cancel culture is in full effect. Like you're gonna be like, y'all gonna see me tomorrow morning apologizing or something like that. Like at this point, but
that was Nostradamus. They going in, boy.
So no, I'm just saying. Honestly, no, that's Ron because he sparked that. You know what I'm saying? It's like Ron before it in the room and left, and I'm the only person in the room left when someone walked in.
He sounded like Mike Wilbon. He sounded like Mike Wilbon. They going in on Trayvon. Oh my God, that's funny.
But yeah, that's basically what it is. I'm just saying that as a collective, the team with Ja was making a difference compared to what they were with Steph, and that's all I'm saying. Like I don't know, the team that Golden State had would have been able to withstand what Memphis was putting out with Ja. Like those are clear battles. They was going at it, and that's what I'm saying. So had Ja still been around, I think him to galvanize and push these people to will them to do like what we're seeing or what we expect to see from Clay. I mean, what we're expecting to see from Steph. Like let's just be honest. Steph didn't give anything for Game 5. It was Andrew. It was Wiggins.
Coach. Yeah, he is, coach.
Steph didn't give anything for Game 5. It was all Andrew Wiggins and Gary Payton II. Those were the people that did it. Clay, he provided a little bit.
Porter.
Otto Porter ain't even do anything. But like I was about to say, Poole. Like you know, saying even though I know Coach Hunter ain't on, but because he despises Poole, he hates the Poole conversation.
Why he hate Poole like that, man?
Wow, why you gotta do Poole?
Why he say he hate Poole? Before y'all go, I did not say Coach Hunter hates Poole. I did not say because Bishop taking this shot. Like, why he hate Poole? I did not say Coach Hunter hates Poole. I said Coach Hunter hates the conversation in which we have basically gave Poole his flowers and saying he has
Sound like you said
arrived.
he
He's like,
hates
No,
Poole.
I love
Like
the
you said,
debate
he hates Poole.
behind all the youngsters. Poole, Hero, Halliburton up in Indiana.
oh, Debbie Halliburton, yes.
And my guy Maxey. I believe Maxey's better than
yeah.
If
Okay,
Maxey was in this Poole role right now, oh my gosh. But the Sixers is another disappointing team.
Tyrese Maxey, yeah.
Oh, definitely, Leo. Like Leo was saying, the pressure's
I think
off.
Wings just had to find his place. Yeah, it took the pressure. Yeah, totally agree.
I've been actually pretty disappointed in Poole in these finals.
So I feel you, Ron, because I expected more out of Poole too in these finals. I thought this series was going to be the time for him to really shine and show who he was, and he really isn't. He's not playing to what I expected him to play.
Right.
So I totally agree with you on that. He's having flashes here and there, but that's it. And so yeah, I expected more from Poole in this final series, and he hasn't really shown up. And I don't know if that's because Boston has his number, and they've kind of like figured him out or whatever. But yeah,
his trade value is down.
Yeah. And now I know at one point, Ron, we was all talking about it's 3. I know before he made it into the final, we was looking at him being the third Splash brother. That's definitely out the question now. He can definitely be moved out of that.
Jordan Poole, you are no longer welcome at the
pool. Yeah, you're no longer welcome in the splash pool. Get out the splash pool. You're no longer in the splash pool.
Go to the waiting pool.
Yeah, go to the waiting pool. Yeah.
Man.
But I mean, he's still, he's a good. He can play. He can definitely ball. But yeah, he's like your dude, Tyrese Maxey.
Excuse me.
He's streaky. You see him? Yeah, he's streaky. He's very streaky.
So interesting enough. Go ahead. No, go.
I wasn't finna say nothing.
Oh, okay. So what? Oh, there go Coach.
There he is. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Coach. I walk into Jordan Poole being humbled by the A team.
Just want to make sure, Coach. I did not say before they simply put it out there because Bishop. I can hear Bishop now. Like Coach,
he said you hate it. You hate it, Coach Hunter. He said you hated Poole, and I was just trying to figure out why, bro.
That is not what I said in any way, form, or fashion.
Did y'all hear somebody say it the other night? Or was it some analyst or some announcer said Michael Jordan Poole because he hit that half court shot, that last second shot at the end of the quarter or the half or whichever one it was. They called it Michael Jordan Poole
in the quarter. He basically put Golden State up by 1 point.
With that half court shot. They called him Michael Jordan Poole. The disrespect. The disrespect, bro.
Just to be clear, I didn't say it.
No, you didn't say it. Somebody else said it.
Okay. So, interestingly enough, in all, when we talk about, especially when we talk about this current series, who do y'all think is leading? Who has the leading 3-point percentage amongst the teams in the series?
Jason Tatum.
Pretty close. Jason Tatum's at 47.5% from the
probably arc. Marcus Smart.
No, heck no.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Jaylen Brown.
No.
Oh, Al Horford. I was just gonna say Al Horford.
Al Horford.
Al
Horford's basically
he shouldn't even count, man.
Because he ain't shot but what, 5?
Game 1.
Nah,
he's for game 1 and completely disappeared.
He's 11 or 19.
Oh, he didn't shoot 11 threes.
He's 57%, 58% from the free throw line. From the 3-point line.
Yeah, I just thought about it. When I really thought about it, I was like Al Horford. Because he had one game that he was hot.
The 75%. The game 1, he was 75%.
Yeah,
so
he dropped like 4 or 5. Yeah,
he dropped 6. Yeah, so he's
And he shot 10 that
8 in
game.
that game.
So
Staying
throughout
consistent.
the
He's missed
next
11 shots.
throughout the next 4 games, this man done shot 1.5 3-pointers. I'm trying to contain myself over here, man.
Yeah, I thought
with
I
this
had to think
guy.
about it. Real talk. Ghost have been in this position before. Facts, Coach Myers. They have been in this position before. They truly have.
Somebody humbled Al Horford. It had to be Draymond.
You think so?
Game 2 humbled him. Al Horford was like, man, I ain't really about that life.
So along with that, of course, we know Steph Curry. He's shot. Oh, he had the 0 for 9 night, in which basically
killed his percentage.
Yeah, well, he went from being 50% in 3-point shooting to being 41% off missing those 10 of 9.
That's a lot.
He's 25 from 60.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a huge drop. From 50 to 41 is a huge drop.
What's his field goal percentage?
His field goal percentage, I believe, is 38%, I think.
Oh Lord. Oof. That smelled like a lot of shots.
Oh yeah, he was. So he's doing that. Like I say, Tatum is 19 to 40 for 47.5%.
Really, Coach? That's how you feel? Really? That's how you feel?
Tread lightly, coaches. The cancel culture is real. So back to talking Tatum. I see Coach Uriah is in here because I'm very sure this is going to spark him. I forget what side he's on in reference to the Wiggins talk. Why do you think Tatum is disappearing in the fourth quarter? Is it because he's not ready, Ron Bishop? Is it because of Wiggins? Why do we not see Jason Tatum in the fourth quarter? And does that change tomorrow night?
Well, for me, I think it could be numerous things. I think Wiggins is one problem. A second problem is I think possibly, in my opinion, I think fatigue.
Okay.
They've never been this far this deep into playing ball. So we talking series after series after series. At some point, you know what I'm saying, it's going to take a toll on him. He's tired about it. And my whole point is, I think fatigue has taken a huge factor into his gameplay, and I think it's just it's caught up to him. It's really when it comes to Golden State, they've been here numerous times.
In my mind,
I
can hear Ron saying. In my mind, I can hear Ron saying, "Bishop, that's cute."
What I'm saying. It's a marathon, man. It's a marathon when you get into these finals.
I get it, Bishop. But if fatigue is your issue, then that's a very unacceptable issue.
I'm not saying it's acceptable, Ron. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying that when you prepare yourself during the off season, yeah, your whole mindset is to make it to the finals. But when it actually comes into play, and you have to get into and stay in that type of
frame. I don't know. I seen my GOAT go to 9 straight NBA finals. So Jason Tatum.
You seen who?
First
LeBron.
Yo, yeah. You said it right. You damn sure said it right. Yo, go.
LeBron James. You know what I feel like Jason Tatum's problem is?
What's that?
What?
He's in his own head.
So one thing I can say.
Wait. But why do you say that, Ron? Why do you say that?
Because he's overplaying and overthinking the way he plays basketball. He keeps taking these long 2-pointers at the back of the arc where he's doing a triple jab step, spin off of Marcus Sparks, fade away, falling down, and he don't even have to do all of that. He's off. He's trying to be like Kobe, which we was talking about, and he's just over processing it. when he should be going towards the paint banging. He got the yips. He keeps missing easy layups and all kinds of chips. I've been calling him Lemon Booty Jason, but maybe he just need to go get his big old behind on the post and go at somebody.
Who he can't post up Wiggins, bro. He's not finna post up big.
Bro, he should be able to post up everybody on the Warriors except Draymond. And he need to work on his post package. Because wasn't Kobe down on the block? Yes.
He was at 6'6".
Yes. And Jason Tatum
at
6'9". My point exactly. Go get your behind on the block and earn it like a man, which he's not yet. That's why we said we had legend 3-4 years, bro.
Got you. Great point. I like that, Ron. Good point. I mean, I feel you. Coach
Hunter
says you wish what? Go ahead.
Nah, I was just saying we were trying to figure out who was going to give him the crown. Like, you are the young prince, but, fraudulent is what I've been saying about this.
So we know Jason Tatum has that I'll save it. So Coach Hunter says, for as much as Jason Tatum coached the great Kobe Bryant, he doesn't have that dog Mamba mentality in him. He is closer to Anthony Davis with how much he disappears in the moment. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. I got you today. Kobe said, stop messaging me. So I feel where you're coming from, Ron. I get it. It totally makes sense. Maybe Tatum is not, like you said, maybe Tatum hasn't worked on his post game like Kobe used to work, had got his down. Because you're right. Kobe at a 6'6" definitely will post you without hesitation. And Jason doesn't do that at a 6'9" position. So, or 6'9" player, which you would expect him to do more of. But yeah, he does. Maybe he does that. Maybe he does have some more growing to do.
So what we did see is Jason Tatum was very assertive in game 3 in which they won? Because he was downhill, straight to the basket. He was killing them. He was a problem. So I don't know. Is it too little, too late for us to see that Tatum again, or because it was effective? He was going straight to the basket. He was dropping them off. And keep pushing, and that helped will them to a 1-2 lead in the series. And then since then, Golden State has taken back over. Curry dropped to 43, and then Wiggins unexpectedly drops 26. I don't know at this point.
I think that's Tatum's game, man. Tatum has the ability to drive to the paint and create shots and put the ball in the basket, as well as create a shot off the dribble. Like Ron said, he's found himself doing other things away from what he's used to doing. He's trying to create new things during his finals, which he probably should go back to what he's used to doing instead of trying to recreate himself in these finals and try new stuff. This isn't the time to try your new stuff. This is the time to stay with what you know and continue to play how you've been playing to try and continue to get wins to try and win an NBA final.
I think it's close to what Coach was just saying. Basically, you have a situation where it's not I think where we're going wrong as we're trying to give it to Jason when it's not just Jason. It's a tandem in Boston. Jason isn't a self by himself player. If we take Jason and put him on any other team to consider, just like we was having a conversation about Clay, if we take Jason and put him on any other team, does he get it done by himself?
He's not a killer. Jason has to understand that when my team, you have to understand when your team needs a bucket, your team needs a bucket. In the fourth quarter, when the game is tight and the defense is up, y'all, and nobody's creating,
in Boston,
they just be having Marcus Smart launch 3-pointers.
I was about to ask you, if you're in Boston, who are you giving the ball to in a clutch moment? Is it Jason? Is it Marcus? Is it Jalen?
They don't have a guy.
It should be Jason. It should be.
He's not ready.
I'll give it to Jalen.
Right,
I
Jalen
think
Brown, Jason
he has
Tatum.
more. I
Jalen
think
Brown has been the best player for the Celtics this series.
Yeah.
That part. You have not been the best player on your team, dog. You're number 2.
All right, Donovan. So that's a good question. Could they be the same? Could they be here if it was Brad Stevens? They what? Excuse me. They wasn't. I mean, when you look at it, the same squad.
I think they were better without him.
Yeah. So I think I think Nduke is good for them right now. Brad Stevens had the same exact squad, and he didn't.
Right.
No, I feel like they're better without him. And the Celtics is a great team. I just love trash talking them because I hate them. But they are the greatest defense in the NBA right now. They was number 1 all last year, and they should be in this championship more. But it's Jason Tatum.
Right.
But like I said, if the next year Celtics next year, I don't foresee this. Maybe they're a 6 seed coming next year.
They'll make it. They'll definitely make it in the play-in as long as all their people stay healthy.
Dang, we demoted them to the play-in.
Well, you know what? I don't even know about the play-in because you got to think what will Robert Williams look like healthy?
But again, like Ron just said, the biggest thing. What Ron just said, the biggest thing about the Boston Celtics, their defense. Their defense is what's going to get them back into the play-in. Worst case scenario, they will be, you know what I'm saying, their defense is treacherous, bro.
Because even within 30 minutes of play, Robert Williams was their best player in Game 5. In 30 minutes of play, he with him on the court, they outscored Golden State. They outscored Golden State 11 points. With him off the court, 22 minutes off the court. I mean, Golden State outscored Boston by 18. So he's obviously a problem, and he's playing on one leg for the most part. So
he is.
Think about him.
Williams been doing that for the series, the whole playoffs. Williams has been that dude.
Going into this offseason, they need to figure out their power forward situation because that's
in regards to.
Like, what if they got a scorer like a Jeremy Grant to play power forward? Then they got Williams, Jeremy Grant. Then you got Tatum and Brown on the wing with Marcus Smart. Ooh.
So you think they need it? So you feel like Boston needs a scoring 4?
I mean, that's what Al Horford kind of supposed to be.
Kind of supposed to be, but obviously you saying he's not.
So what I'm hearing is Ron is saying that Al Horford
is done.
Is trash.
It's done. It's done. Stick a fork in him. That. He's done.
We've established that.
Yeah, he's basically saying Al Horford is done.
Draymond,
I totally agree. Put him on blast. He exposed him. He exposed him. Coach Uri, I believe Brad Stevens failed and was promoted. Make it make sense. Udoka is a product of Popovich and he deserves credit for his team's success. That is so true because not only is he doing it, but so is old girl Becky Hammond out there in the WNBA.
Hey, Steve Kerr too.
And Steve Kerr. Forgot about that. So all those coaches that are head coaches that were under Popovich, hey, proof is in the pudding. That dude, he produces winners. He produces winners, bro.
So that's what we was just talking about, Anthony Price, basically, which Ron was saying that a player like Jeremy Grant being in the fold might be more effective. But ideally, Ron basically saying that that Jeremy Grant is better than Al Horford. Is what,
without a doubt.
And which they wouldn't be running it back necessarily. They'll just be pulling in trading for a piece.
Yeah, they can.
But I don't think Boston's coming. I don't think Boston's. Like I said, they might be in the playoffs.
That's what Ron was saying, Anthony Price. That's what Ron was saying. They need a solid player to add. Trey believes they can't run it back, and Ron believes that they need a solid player to be at the 4 position who can score. to be able to make it back.
Yeah, if I'm Brad Stevens, that's what I'm trying to do.
Honestly,
Because
fellas,
their benches though, they won't even need to make no adjustments on the bench. They can really run it back with everybody. I feel like Al Horford is really their only upgrade that they should make.
So would you say get rid of Al Horford, or would you keep Al Horford and have him come off the bench?
No, this is a retirement party. We can move on.
Oh, this is.
So,
Coach Uriah says, honestly,
Coach,
fellas, Boston's built to win now. The problem is Jason Tatum failing to show up when his team needs him. The team is fine. Issue is Tatum. Mm-hmm.
No, because we feel like Boston got lucky.
Tatum, huh? Coach, you just gonna put it all on Tatum, huh? Y'all just putting all the weight on Tatum's shoulders. Good Lord,
if I could change anything from 2022, it would be that Ben Simmons, when he came to the Nets, he decided to play. I would have loved to see Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD against the Celtics. Would have been a completely different series.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I totally agree to that.
They got lucky with Milwaukee and Miami
because Middleton didn't play. Yep.
Miami, the wheels fell off. So
they lost Hero.
Jimmy B.
They lost Hero. They lost Hero. That's what happened.
And Jimmy B couldn't carry the team by himself. He couldn't carry the whole team.
Yeah, they lost Hero. They lost a spark. Yeah. Excuse me. So, interesting enough, Boston for the first time in Game 5 won the third quarter.
For the first time.
For the first time, won the third quarter, and that was just outscoring them 35-24 in the third. Of course, what we realized, but additionally, Boston also had a 1% assist to turnover ratio, as it was 18 assists, 18 turnovers, in which we know, of course, if you're giving over the ball, you can't do that. In which 70% of the points. Golden State scored 21 points off those turnovers, which of course is detrimental. But the real question I have, fellas, is: do we see a startup for Game 6 Clay tomorrow? Clay was the only starter that made a 3-pointer in Game 5, as he shot 5 for 11 from the 3-point range. The rest of the starters were 0 for 17.
Ooh, with half of that being Steph.
Steph, yes.
Yeah, half of that being Steph. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? And this is again to anybody as well as our panel, Trey and Ron. Do y'all feel like y'all seen the true Clay yet?
No, he's gonna go off. I think we do see a Game 6 Clay.
I've yet to feel. I totally agree with Trey. I've yet to feel like we've seen a true Clay. Clay has truly been streaky. He's been streaky as hell in this whole series. Shots that you think the shots that he normally knocks down, he's not knocking down. Don't get me wrong, he's knocking down some threes, but he's not knocking down them like he used to. Clay is not the Clay of old. Got it. He's probably not fully back 100%, but we need to see the Clay from old. I feel you, AP. I've been saying it about Curry. Now we know Curry is averaging 30-something points a game in this series. However, we haven't really seen the Curry of Curry. And the thing is, I was watching the game 5, excuse me, and Curry just wasn't like. He's not looking like Curry. Neither one of them. The Splash Brothers aren't looking like the Splash Brothers, man.
I seen the shot to where when Curry came back in the game and he was like just staring out. It's like he was having a mental conversation with himself because he was sitting there,
right,
and the camera caught him at the right time, and he was sitting there.
He was just staring. I remember that. I saw that too. Yeah, he just.
Yeah, that's like
he's not himself. It's like he's not himself. And let me ask y'all this: do y'all
probably
feel
because he's thinking about his parents in the stands?
You stupid. I'm not fooling with you, Trey. See, that nonsense. I'm not fooling with you. I'm not fooling with you. This dude here on some other stuff. See? Shots fired.
I'm just saying.
No, but let me ask you this.
You're a 13-year-old man and you have to do it.
Stop it, man. Anywho, my thing is this, right? Do y'all
Trey drops the most ignorant comment ever about technical difficulties.
Oh, man, this dude here, man. So man, no, but let me ask y'all
Just get
something,
it
right?
to him. That's all.
Let me ask y'all this.
Think about that time when they said that Delonte West was smashing LeBron's mom, and LeBron had a
Y'all,
horrible
bro,
game.
stop. Yeah, I remember that too. I remember that.
So
This is up there. And y'all
I
saw
remember
the couple that his parents is with was in a previous relationship.
wow. Y'all
yeah, so
stop.
he's like, that's what a lot to think of. To handle, sit up and think about that. It's like,
Man, man,
golly,
y'all stop. Man, y'all
God,
stop.
hey, oh my God. It's like, so it's like, okay, so okay, but would you? I'm sorry, Bishop. You say, I'm so sorry.
Y'all ain't right, man. Y'all ain't right. God don't like ugly. I'm letting y'all know. God don't like ugly. But
That's why Curry couldn't shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
Oh
but
my
we know
lord.
Steph. We know Steph, Clay, Draymond, and all of them. And we could even add Iguodala in there. Have been together for years playing ball together. Do you feel? Excuse me. Because that they've been together so long, do you feel like Clay and Steph aren't shooting the ball well because they feed off each other? Because normally, you know what I'm saying? Back in when they won it back in 2000, what, 16, 17, and all that. Remember when they was the true splash brothers? They fed off each other. Like they was like, okay, Clay, it's your turn. Yak. All right, Steph, it's your turn. Yeah. It was like they was in competition with each other. And now it feels as though they're not feeding off of one another because neither one of them can hit anything. They're not consistent. Don't get me wrong. I understand. Steph is still dropping 30-something points a game. I got it. But he's not the Steph of old. Clay is definitely not the Clay of old. Defensively or offensively, shooting the tray. Yeah, he hitting them here and there, but he's streaky. Do y'all feel that could be a factor? That because they're both not consistent
so
right now, that they're not feeding off of one another?
I personally would think that would be a factor if we was like even earlier in the season. I think at this point, after the
But we're talking
game
about
that
Clay coming back so late though. We're talking about Clay who's injured so long and now coming back. You know what I'm saying?
like he hasn't had the opportunity to really get himself his feet under him because he just
Right.
came back in what, in
Right.
January.
You're right. No, it wasn't even. Was it January? No, he didn't come back in January. Clay?
Was it January or
No,
was it a little further, a little deeper, or after the All-Star break? Was it?
I want to say it was after the All-Star break.
Okay, so yeah, so in that case, it possibly it could be because I was about to say definitely what's going to go on for this season is I think it's a storm brewing, and that storm is Hurricane Light Skin, and which is going to be
He's
nothing
Hurricane
but
Light.
it's going to be nothing but a torrential downpour, a scoring barrage from between Steph and Clay, and maybe even Poole. I don't know. Let's add him in there too. It's going to be a problem. I just see a problem that's going to happen for Boston at this point. Uh, let's see. The coach says. True that, coach. That is so true. Father Time is undefeated. 6 games in 8 years puts a lot of wear and tear on your body. True that. I think what's going to be helpful for the fact of the matter is Clay hasn't played in 2 of them 8 years in those in which they haven't been there. It wasn't playing at all. I think that's going to be helpful. But like you said, true that it's going to wear and tear on the body, start to wear down, and that's what basically happened to the dynasties over. Like no one, for the most part, has really had a consistent over a 10-year period has been really, really consistent. We see LeBron James, as Ron said, plenty of times has done it where he went to all those straight finals. But of course, the wear and tear comes where you can't do it anymore, or you can't do it at that same consistent clip. It have to fall off for a second. Then you may come back with some new energy and get revigorated and come like that. As we all seen the Father Time squad of the Lakers, we saw how that fell apart with a bunch of veterans. And it's just, yeah, I agree, Coach. Father Time is undefeated. Father Time and Mother Nature do not have any loss,
So
do not have any L's in their record columns, in their loss columns.
So are you saying, Coach Uriah, that Clay and Steph have run its course? That they're in their age, they're at that point where they're in a decline? Is that what you're saying, Coach? Yeah, yeah. Taylor made. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly
Been
what he
that way.
said. Wow, that's different. LeBron is doing everything Clay is not. LeBron ain't coming off an injury like that, like Clay did. LeBron is not coming off an injury like Clay, and LeBron is not him. And you can't really compare the two. AP, LeBron and Clay are two different type of players, completely, without question. Coach Hunter says the other piece is, are we simply elevating Clay off the success of Kerr? He is a role player, and he has been the third best player in this dynasty. The third best player? We can't put him on a level where he is not at. He's the third best player on his team. Who's the second? Please tell me you're not saying Draymond. You putting Draymond over Clay, Coach Uriah? Bruh. I'm just trying to figure out. Are you putting Poole? I know you ain't putting Poole because I know Trey said you hate Poole. Trey said you don't like Poole, Coach Uriah. So I know it ain't Poole that you put in that second.
I'm trading.
I'm just saying.
I'm trading. I can't believe we're having this conversation. I'm trading Clay as soon as we win this championship. You won four, sir. It's been fun, but it's time for you to move on to greener pastures.
Ron? You got to give me an explanation, Ron. Why?
Clay, come home.
Why, Ron?
Right.
Clay, come home.
Why am I trading Clay? Because I have Stephen Curry, who's 34 and probably has like 2 more incredible years. I don't want the system to run through Steph and wear him out. I want to put him next to another superstar.
Such as, give me an example.
I'm on the phone with Utah.
I hear what you're saying because I've heard the rumors. I
want Donovan Mitchell.
I've heard the rumors. Y'all heard about whatchamacallit. Y'all heard about the Wade and Mitchell incident, right?
Inform us, sir.
So Wade and so they had a meeting.
Wade listen up. Listen very closely. Listen very closely, because I have not heard not a single thing. So you're gonna say so? Yes,
it's please. Bishop do got them sources, don't he?
No,
special SAC Bishop was talking.
Bro.
So go ahead.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. It's in the Bleacher Report. Check it. It's in the Bleacher Report. So
that's what y'all call that's what y'all call your sports division reporting.
No, everybody knows Bleacher Report. Shut up, Trey. Everybody knows Bleacher Report. Anyway, they had a meeting. And Draymond, Wade and what's his name?
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Wade and Donovan Mitchell. They was all in the meeting, and Donovan Mitchell requested a trade to go to Miami, and D Wade walked out of the meeting because he walked out of the meeting because he requested a trade. I'm trying to
Rod, that's surveillance. That's surveillance.
I'm not fooling with y'all, bro. I'm not fooling with y'all. It's a matter of fact, I think it was even on Sports Center this morning. Mm-hmm. I think I'm not fooling with y'all, bro. I'm not. Will be even better next season. Rumor Bradley Beal. There's a lot of rumor mills going around, bro. See, Don got a rumor going too. I agree, Ron. I trade Clay honestly, value. I package Clay, Wiseman, Kuminga for Beal. Ooh, that's a.
I was about to ask. Was you like that, Ron? Kuminga instead.
You like that, Ron?
I mean, like Kuminga, Bradley Beal instead of Mitchell.
Bradley Beal.
I need to hear their ages. I think Beal is like 28 and Donovan Mitchell's 25.
Mm-hmm. I just don't like it because I don't like it because there's no. I thought that was a 3-way where Clay was going to L.A.
No, see,
they were sending Horton. I mean, Tyler Horton to whomever. So I don't.
No, Trey. I feel like if the Warriors trade Clay, he's gonna do the veteran sit out thing. Like, buy me out. I'm not playing here. I don't know how many years he got left on his contract. And then that's when he gets on the phone with Bron.
Gets
Just
on
a
the
little
phone with
fortune
Bron.
telling. A little fortune telling.
Come home, Clay.
Did y'all see this?
Quarter
Coach
number
Rod
11.
believes Donovan Mitchell is another overrated player. Let him go to Miami and get Hero Oladipo and picks in return. Ooh.
Donovan Mitchell's an overrated number 1.
Okay.
That's fair. That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair. I can
But
agree to that.
is that a trade? Is it a fair trade for Hero Oladipo and a bunch of picks in return for even Mitchell? I think that's an overrated trade. You know what I'm saying for him? Like Donovan Mitchell is definitely better, has more upside than Hero Oladipo.
I'm trading with Golden State. I don't know. All trades should go through Golden State, whatever they want, because they got the most juiciest assets. Unless we're talking about OKC, maybe Houston, but they're not really going to be giving up their pieces because they're not landing about huge. But if I'm trading Golden State, give me Clay and give me Poole and a draft pick. I'm good. I'm very good.
Okay.
Jordan Poole and Clay.
Jordan Poole, and Clay to
That's
who?
better than Hero. That's better than Hero and Duncan.
Okay.
I don't know.
Appreciate you, Freddie. Appreciate you, bro. I can't find that thing. I was looking. I saw it somewhere this morning. I think it was on Bleacher Report, but I did see it about the Wade and Donovan Mitchell thing. But did y'all hear the source about Zach LaVine is expected to re-sign with the Bulls, despite the rumors of him being traded from Chicago. It looks as though Zach LaVine will be staying around.
He's gonna stay. I did see that yesterday.
Yeah, he will be staying in Chicago. Yeah, and then also, did y'all see the fact that what's his name? D'Lo is where is it at? I just saw it. D'Lo is looking to be I think he's looking to be traded from Minnesota. Yeah, D'Lo's looking to be traded from Minnesota.
See, I told you, Coach. I don't want to say he's hating, but I told you, Coach, in Poole, he doesn't understand what the hype is around Poole.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. D'Angelo Russell could be on the move as Minnesota evaluates his value on the trade market. They're trying to get rid of the Minnesota Timberwolves are trying to get rid of D'Lo, prior to the trade market and the draft. Well, not the draft. Is it the draft? Yeah, the draft ain't even happened yet, right?
Yeah, that happened till the end of this month.
Right. So they try to do, Minnesota Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell is being shopped around the NBA according to Kevin O'Connor. Bleacher Report, Jack Fisher reported May 11th that the Minnesota was believed to be open to seeing Russell's value on the trade market this offseason. So yeah, they're looking to move.
Don't nobody want that, man.
D'Lo, don't nobody want D'Lo, man.
That's
ice
cold.
in his veins.
That's cold blooded. Although the Lakers might looking to giving up Westbrook for him. They're desperate.
I think Westbrook is staying.
So
Coach Ham stated that he think he has something left in the tank.
Oh, did he? He's on record for saying that.
Yeah, saying that he believes he has something left in the tank, but he also has to understand that if he doesn't that he has to basically be able to listen and pay and do what it needs to be done. So I think that goes one or two ways. Hopefully they all do.
Coach Gerard, everybody's talking about this movie Hustle, man. I gotta see this. I'm a couple of my partners.
You always late, man. You ain't watched Hustle yet? I guess
no.
You've been living it up.
Yeah,
you
well,
gotta remember he had his own hustle going on.
But it's crazy. I say that right because all the guys, not all of them, but a lot of the guys that was on this Vegas trip with me, they watched it on the plane going to Vegas or coming back. So that's how they saw it, and they was like, "Man, yeah, that is a good movie." So I definitely got to watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Do you play 2K?
Absolutely.
So it's basically a My Player story, and
Really?
you going through the My Player story with Adam Sandler.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
10 out of 10.
I gotta hear
He
it.
kills it.
I heard it was a good movie. I bet it ain't better than Top Gun Maverick, but okay.
I haven't seen that yet. I've seen Jurassic Park Forever, but I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick had me in the theater emotional.
I think it had everybody in the theater emotional, bro. Because everybody I spoke to about it has said the same thing. They was emotional after that, crying and going on. Really,
that shit was nuts. It was a roller coaster. Excuse me.
It was a good movie.
I have to go check it out.
I can't believe Trey, you wouldn't seen Jurassic Park.
Well, I took Rain and AJ to see Jurassic Park. So I tried to sit up and say, I was like, yeah, let's look at Top Gun Maverick, and they was looking at me sideways like, what? So we had to go see Jurassic Park.
Queen Latifah's in Hustle.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's Adam Sandler's baby mama.
Oh Lord. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I definitely gotta watch it now.
Yeah, she taking care of Adam. I'm like, woo, that's why your name Queen Girl.
I gotta watch that, dude. I definitely gotta watch that. So if we must move on, man, if we get into football, as we get into the NFL, the buzz around the NFL, Baker Mayfield to Panthers heating up. It is heating up. So, as we know, the Carolina Panthers are reportedly making a push to acquire disgruntled quarterback Baker Mayfield from the Cleveland Browns.
You see what he did there, Ron.
Jones, the Panthers and the Browns are holding trade talks focused on Mayfield, with the main sticking point being how much of Mayfield's salary the Browns are willing to absorb.
What did he do?
He just talking, bro.
And with all the things going on in the NFL, how did Baker Mayfield become the top headline?
God, bro, this dude here.
That's a great question. I was sure, like, who cares?
Who cares? Thank you, Ryan. I was thinking the same thing. Like, do we really care about Baker Mayfield?
Yes, that is like the biggest talk. That's like the biggest talk.
Carolina.
That's one of the biggest talks outside of Deshaun Watson's 2 more females about to put cases on him.
Y'all heard he came out and said they was lying on him.
Yeah,
he basically came out, said that he still says that the allegations are not true, of course.
That he didn't force anything. Basically, he's saying it was consensual in layman's term. Sounds like he's saying it was consensual.
Yeah, basically, he's been saying that the whole time, like all of it. But come on, really, Deshaun? Like 66? Even though they haven't said that all 66 he did whatever with, but he's basically saying that, okay, yeah, there's not going on. But before we get into that, going back into what Bishop was talking about, yes, Coach, they do have a quarterback. They have Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Then, of course, they drafted
So they
Matt Carroll.
don't have a quarterback.
This is what y'all not going to do is disrespect.
Yeah, they don't have
a USC alumnus.
Yeah, that's what they don't, because he did come from USC. He did. That's why
you need to go back.
So that means they're looking at replacing a USC quarterback with a Boomer Sooner quarterback.
Yikes! That part. The smoke is here today.
Okay, just wondering. But you were saying, Trey? You were saying. I love it. Oh, if Baker go there and jump Sam Darnold. Oh my God.
We'll go there and ride the bench.
No, he's not. You heard what I said. You heard what the reports say. They're highly seeking Baker Mayfield. Highly.
That don't mean he's gonna be a starter.
Oh, he'll win out over Sam.
So
Ooh,
back
I
to
don't.
what we was talking about in reference to this press conference with Deshaun Watson. I didn't get a chance to catch the actual, um,
I didn't
but
either. I just
of
caught
course, like I said,
snippets.
some some things in which they pointed out and brought out is the fact that he, like I said, he continues to state that all these allegations are false and there was everything for the most part was consensual. He did state that he's sorry for the impact that this situation has had on people outside of himself, i.e., his team or teams, his family and friends, as they continue to get drugged through in reference to this. As Bishop was just saying, the lawyer who defends the women Busby is stated that there's two more women that's going to be added to the case. One being from Atlanta, and the other one being coming from the fact of after she watched the HBO special, she decided to come out and be added to the civil case. Uh, Another thing Busby said he would have liked to seen or had a conversation. He's like he saw the press conference. He feels that there was no regret or remorse displayed by Deshaun Watson, and that additionally that he would have liked to have heard him say that he is going to seek counsel uh, in some way, form, or fashion. And so I like to talk about this for a second. Would you think that if he would have came out and said, "Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get some counseling for this," do you think that's an admission of guilt?
Yeah.
In the eyes of the public, yeah. In the eyes of the public, yeah. In my opinion,
It's
eyes of the
Deshaun
public,
still,
yeah.
still kind of hard, man. I was riding with you, helping you, making it pretty hard, brother. Pretty hard, pretty hard.
Yeah. In the eyes of the public, I do.
26 cases. So additionally, does is this a fair to say or believe, like if there's a situation going on like this, do you still do a show or a documentary to come on and say something, or do you stay quiet and be like, nah, I'm not doing anything? Because the show has brought out three after a year. The show has brought out uh, three more cases to where people see people being on and wonder like what it is. I see Bill Cosby came to the support of Deshaun Watson as well.
Did he?
Yeah, or unless that was a meme, it could have been a meme. I don't know. I could have sworn it was
I
from
think that was me. I think
a
that was me. I
report
think I
source.
saw it.
I didn't check the source, so I'm not sure. But I could have sworn he came out.
I think it
He
was me
needs to
because I think
hire
I saw
Johnny
it.
Depp lawyer.
Uriah speaking gospel.
Hey, ain't that what happens usually? We're like, yo, I need to go get my man's over here. Like, hey,
Hmm.
There's still a case for Deshaun Watson's innocence. We haven't seen any criminal charges yet. The
mm-hmm.
NFL hasn't done anything yet. All
And why
we
do you think
got
that is?
is
I don't know,
Why the
Bishop. Tell
NFL?
us.
I have no idea. Why do you think it's taking so long for the NFL to do anything in regards to punishment? Why is it? Why is
I
it?
don't
Why are they? Why are they? What are they holding on to?
I don't see why they should. They are waiting. What is the actual government going to say?
Uh,
Well,
yeah,
there's
because
nothing
I
we
think
can.
it's pretty
I
hard.
don't think.
I think it's pretty hard to say that there's the conduct. I guess the only way they can get him is from the questions in which he answered, the questions that they asked in which he answered, based upon what they can perceive as conduct. So supposedly, Deshaun said that he answered all their questions truthfully. We do see a situation to where Deshaun hasn't denied that there were certain aspects of physical or sexual activities in this cases. So is that enough to say that you had misconduct? I don't know, but when you take a situation where you look at players like the Bauer from the Los Angeles Dodgers, he did some sexual deviant type stuff, and he's got a suspension for conduct. And you're saying so it's like those things like can we say because a person likes a certain type of thing during his sexual escapades that that's a reason to say that they conduct themselves in a misconduct fashion, and that's I think where we're looking at right now.
I think the NFL they could have got ahead of it and suspended him 6 games.
Just for GP.
But
Just to
the
put,
thing is, the
just to prove
NFL
a
used to
point.
be like that. And then once more stuff came out about the case, they would have to extend it, and everyone would be like, "Oh, look at the NFL going light on their punishments and zada zada zada." It's a ridiculous double standard, but
I was about to say it's a double standard, but it's like a double-edged sword. Like it's like the NFL can jump out there and do like you said, Ron, and then and have to deal with it from within their the ranks of their players and stuff like that, or they can continue to wait. Cleveland can let Deshaun Watson play, and now you get the public ridicule because it's like, oh, so this is what we do where we got sexual assaulters and this factor and the sexual harassers. The dollar is more of a value. So I think the Cleveland is a rock and a hard spot. The NFL is a rock and a hard spot. Um, Houston, they did what they did. They sat them and they could play them and were able to get go unscathed, although it came at a price because they went forward in 13 on the year.
So if you really look at it, Houston could have possibly, well, not possibly, from what Houston done to Deshaun could be considered an NFL punishment because they sat him the entire season.
He got paid though.
Well, if they suspended him, he's still gonna get paid.
No, if he suspended. So there was no. I don't think there was any punishment because he got sat by Houston, but he was still paid. No different from what happened with John Wall. He sat the whole year and got paid.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm so tired of this. To be honest with you, I'm so tired of this Deshaun stuff, man. I'm
sure it's a hard case for y'all to solve.
I'm not solving it. I'm not even on the case.
Oh, they took you off. Oh yeah,
I was never on it. I was never on it.
They pushed you to another one. You're on the Donovan Mitchell case now.
I'm not on no Donovan Mitchell case. That ain't even a case.
You technically are on the Donovan Mitchell case.
Yeah, you came back and gave us some information. I guess you slipped with the surveillance footage or something like that. We had no idea.
The Bleacher Report, bro.
So Bishop, did you report why D Wade just walked out?
No, because I couldn't find it.
On the tape, on the recording?
No, I couldn't find where I saw that at. I saw it.
I didn't go get a follow up with him.
No, I didn't have to look. Ron, don't jump on that bandwagon, bro.
We're just trying to get to the bottom and make sure we report it properly.
Don't jump on that bandwagon.
Because we have not seen it in any way, form, or fashion, but yet you come and tell us because y'all see, and you have all the details.
Let me find it. Hold on, I'm finna find it. It might have been on Facebook.
Meeting.
So seriously, what was D Wade expecting? Did he want Donovan Mitchell to stay long term and be a Utah Jazz with him in ownership? Like, what are you mad for?
That's a good question. I you know what? I would love to know what D Wade did want from Donovan Mitchell, because I think wasn't that something that everyone knew that Donovan Mitchell was probably going to be up out of there anyway? Did anyone expect anything differently?
Don't nobody want to live the prime of their adult years in Utah, man.
That part.
So, question. So, going back to this right quick, which Coach Uriah was talking about, the precedents, and
if you go to the Knicks, it's over. I'm sorry, Trey.
No, you good. So, I asked this question: the precedents, like you said, does this truly open? If, like, let's say the NFL was to sit Deshaun and fine him or a case like that, or to suspend him, does this really open the precedents for people to come at players? Do you think, or is it, or does it become a situation where, truthfully enough, it may be a situation where in some cases it might open the door for a problem like that, but ultimately, in all cases, is that really going to be the situation? Or do you think it's up to give people a foot to stand on that who could potentially be accusers just up and come out and say, hey, because I would think that there's probably some out there that do some pretty raunchy stuff. Let's take in consideration Randy Moss kidnap a chick. And
did he just go there? Did he just go there? Like, for real? Did he just go
I mean,
wow.
like, that's some news. I didn't know nothing about that.
Allegedly.
I didn't know nothing about that. No, you come on, you got the insight. Come on, you heard
Randy to
know.
go there and kidnap nobody, man.
I ain't know nothing about that. I never heard that.
We ain't gonna be dragging Randy on first formation, Trey.
Allegedly. That's
I didn't know that. Ron, you knew that? I didn't know that.
Yes, that's been that's been known. He allegedly kidnapped a female.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So Ron, Trey got that insight. See? Yeah, I think it just
we apologize. We apologize, Mr. Moss. We know the court case is closed.
Yeah, see, exactly. But I was just wondering, like, does this really open the door for this type of stuff at the end of the day, or is it a situation to where it's not, and this will just be a one-off? And Deshaun, if tasked with having a seat, he'll be sat down 3 or 4 games. Who's his backup? Jacoby Brissett to get the start.
I did not know that. Man, he's got that inside track, bro. That inside track, bro. Talking about me, y'all think you know how people try to deter the true fact that they're the secret squirrel? That's what Trey's doing. He's truly the secret squirrel. Yeah, he is.
You asked us a question in which neither one of us had any idea or inkling of, and then you sit up and now you're probably emailing your IT office and be like, "Hey, I need y'all to put this up. I need y'all to hack Bleacher Report and put this in there." That's what's going on right now.
Whatever, dude.
This with y'all.
That's this dude, man. I'm swarmless. I don't have no insight. I'm trying to find it, man. Where did I see that, man? I saw that, man. I did. About sports. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
About sports? Bleacher Report about sports, really? So, in any case, Arizona, the Cardinals coaches, a coach we know is Cliff Kingsbury, it has been on record stating that he prays that Kyler Murray gets his deal prior to the start of training camp because he feels like if he doesn't, he's not going to be there. Ron, Bishop, does that matter? Who cares, really?
Yeah, no, somebody cares.
Yeah.
Somebody cares. Yeah. You're a hater. Golly, you're a hater. Somebody cares, bro.
That was kind of vicious. I felt
you're a hater, bro. You're such a hater, bro. Like, good
you
Lord.
know why he should care, Trey?
Cliff Kingsbury wants his quarterback, bro. He wants his quarterback.
He's in the toughest division in the NFL, and he know they're a playoff team, and we got some battles to happen. They're gonna be battling with the Rams, the 49ers. The 14-3 49ers this year.
Yes.
And time back to Baker. I wish Seattle went and grabbed Baker Mayfield. He'd be a great fit up there in Seattle.
He was initially supposed to go there until Seattle picked up
Drew Lock.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Oh, they went with Drew Lock.
They went with Drew Lock. Yeah, they went with Drew
Lock. Even though
Baker wanted to go to Seattle. He wanted to go to Seattle. He was looking to go to Seattle.
Even though they got because he wanted to go play with he felt that he should have played with at USC when Carroll was there, but it didn't happen. So this is his next best thing. But in any case, so if any matter in any factor of
y'all can hear me. I thought I was on mute. My bad.
Any fact of the matter, like true enough, he wants. I'm very sure he wants his quarterback there. In which I was going back to what some Ryan had said, talk about Drew Lock. Like we keep on speaking about Drew Lock, but at this point, what's his name is the starter.
Oh, our dude that threw like 7 touchdowns in one game. What's his name?
Geno Smith. Yes, he's at this point he's the starter.
That's wild.
which is I think, but I mean I'm very sure Drew Lock is gonna get in there and push him. If Geno may start, but I think Drew Lock's gonna end up pushing them. They're gonna have to at some point. I think they're gonna have to transition and be like, you know what, we're gonna have to find something better.
This is unacceptable. We shouldn't take this in our division, Trey. We are the elite of the elite. Great teams all year round. And Seattle done brought mediocrity to our division.
All they have to do is go get Baker. As long as they don't put Jimmy G over there, I'm fine. But
They
yes,
just need to trade DJ Metcalf and just blow it up.
Ooh.
I'm waiting.
Wow.
I'm waiting, Bishop. Go ahead and say it, Bishop. Go ahead.
I'm not.
Go ahead and say it. You're waiting.
I'm not. I am not.
I can hear it now. Come on,
Well,
come on,
now I
Howie.
need
Let's
to
go.
hear it.
Come on, Howie.
I'm not gonna say it. I am not gonna say it, bro.
You're thinking it. We can see it.
No, no, I'm not, bro.
So additionally, Lamar Jackson is back in the fold. He did come to the mini camp. They say he's actually looking pretty good. It said the spiral is nice, trajectory and velocity is great. Is that good signs? Do we see a reemergence of Lamar pushing for another MVP season, or is it just at this point just talk? Another 8-9 season?
What?
I don't think he.
8 and 9 season. Lamar Jackson ain't never had a down season. What you doing, Trey?
Well, he didn't play last year, but
yes. Can you please include that part? First, you're dragging Randy Moss. Now you're dragging Lamar Jackson.
See, that's Trey. See, you seen him for his full self. Bro. You see how Trey is. Now you see him for his full self, bro.
Lamar Jackson, unfortunately, is cursed to be the best quarterback in the NFL, but nobody wants to accept it or understand it. So, yeah, he's going to have a great MVP season. He's a dynamite. He's Mike Vick 2.0.
That part.
But
I totally agree with that.
The dang Baltimore Ravens traded his brother, his best friend, Hollywood Brown, off the team, and then made it up to him by bringing absolutely not a single weapon in on the offense. So it's like LeBron coming to hoop with the Cavs.
So he has no motivation. So you feel like he has no motivation to even.
Someone questions your comment.
Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the NFL. And no, Bishop, it's not fun coming in and not. Can you imagine how fun it is for Tua to come in and watch the cheetah run 40-yard bombs every day?
Yeah.
Who Lamar got that bomb with right now?
So, but what about Bateman? Isn't Bateman? I was on the same thing you was on, Ron, but I thought Bateman is there. Yes.
That ain't nothing. His best receiver is Mark Andrews right now.
True that. And then additionally, didn't Hollywood ask to be moved?
Did he ask? I don't know if Hollywood asked to be moved. I think he did.
Yeah, I think he asked to be traded. That's the reason why he didn't why he didn't holler at Lamar and let him know what was going on.
I don't think that was the case at all.
He said, "I don't think that."
I think trade is made.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think that's what it was.
Or not. I don't know. I don't know if that's been. I don't think that. I just think
it's a little fishy. Like he's there right before the draft. Next thing you know, we see a picture of Hollywood Brown in Arizona with the Arizona fan base behind them, smiling and all that type of stuff. I don't know, kind of fishy.
Kind of fishy. Oh man.
Yeah. I don't.
That almost could be assimilated. That almost could be assimilated in, like, you know, saying a couple of guys do a show on one sports network, and then the next week they're on a different sports network.
Now, Nathan, understand, Mahomes is one of the most incredible talents we've ever seen. Yes, come on, I understand that, but I would sure love to see Lamar Jackson in a system that's run by Andy Reid. Look at what Andy Reid did with Donovan McNabb, Kelsey, then having a Cheetah, and then having a Watkins, and then having dope running backs. Like, Mahomes has been given a Lamborghini his whole life, and he's
Yeah,
drove it
but we about to see what
successfully.
it's gonna be without a Lamborghini. We about to see
Right,
what it's gonna be like without a Lamborghini.
and he
Breaking
still
news.
probably has arguably the greatest tight end of all time.
Breaking news. Even though we're no longer on basketball, I feel like this is something that needs to be said. Breaking news, NBA updates. Report. LeBron James says he is not committed to the LA Lakers. It won't sign an extension this summer. LeBron says before he commits to the Lakers long term, he wants to see what they look like and hold them accountable to make all the right moves this off season.
Oh man, LeBron talked like a billionaire. He said he
And
got to
you
hold the
giving this
Lakers
man his
accountable.
flowers. You trying to take the flowers back now, Trey? You want them flowers
When
back?
you got $1 billion, you can tell the Lakers you holding them accountable. Sound like the dang principal.
You want the flowers back, Trey? You want the flowers back, bro?
Yeah,
The Lakers,
I can go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
the Lakers should trade him yesterday.
You know what? I agree. Peace, homie. Holla at you.
They would get the bag, Bishop. Oh my gosh.
They probably would. You're right. They probably would. They probably would get the bag. I wouldn't doubt it.
We seen Toronto do this with Kawhi Leonard. They was like, oh, Kawhi doesn't want to play in Toronto after 1 year. Whatever.
Yeah.
let's risk it for the
He had
biscuit.
won him the ring. He had won him a ring and everything. So yeah. Which LeBron did the same thing. He got him a ring. So
you know why? You know why he's doing that? Because Coach Ham is going to hold him accountable.
I think Miami would trade for him.
Accountable for what? You go hold him accountable to what?
Accountable to do exactly what he needs to do, and as I direct. If I say
did he
Russ
not
runs
do that last year?
If I say Russ runs the point, Russ runs the point. There's no debate. Get in position, play your position.
So you think he butting heads with Ham already?
Probably the ideology. He coming in to be. You know, saying Ham has that idea, and then you bring Rasheed Wallace. It's like they probably like stop being up top, get down low. What the hell are you doing?
If the Lakers make LeBron James available for trade, y'all know the first two teams that's gonna be calling?
Golden State.
No.
Cleveland.
I was Cleveland and Miami. There's two homes.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see that.
Oh, it'd be such a beautiful story. Either team.
Yeah, I can see that. Team. Especially if Miami get him. Oh my God, it's trouble. Trouble.
Bam,
trouble.
Bam, LeBron and Jimmy. Oh Lord.
Trouble. Bro.
Trey, are you okay with
that? You know how happy Jimmy B would be? Oh my God. Trouble.
You get the bill for the future, Trey. You get a Tyler Hero. Let him grow with AD for the rest of his prime. That's still top 7 in the West. With a Westbrook. Bruh. Duncan Robinson.
If he go back to Miami, bro.
So it will be the lineup would be Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, LeBron. They probably will get a shooting guard to put with them, a shooter.
Bro,
what shooter would they hit up?
That would be crazy if he was sitting back to Ohio. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't mind going back, but if he had a choice between Ohio and Miami, he going to Miami.
I feel like the Sixers would need to jump in that trade. Tobias Harris, Maxey. Would you rather have Tobias Harris and Maxey for LeBron, Trey?
Yeah, that'll work.
Ooh.
That's what keeping AD and Russell. Or you letting them go along with that with LeBron?
If we don't got LeBron, we trading Russell. We're going to get John Wall, something.
Yeah, blow it up.
There's no point in here.
Blow it up.
And rebuild around AD.
Yep.
Stephen A came out the other day and said AD healthy is better than Luka, better than the Joker, better
lies.
than...
The lies.
Those are big statements, bro.
It sounds like Trey said trade AD today. Would you trade AD for Zion today?
No.
Ooh.
I wouldn't. I hear a lot of talk. I know the other day we was talking about it. Everyone had a lot of things to say for Zion. And me personally, I just don't see it.
You don't see the upside?
Not yet.
That you know what that would be, because both of them are injury prone, but one of them is way.
You know what, Coach, you have a good point there, and that's exactly what I was sitting up and thinking. LeBron is older at this point. I having LeBron.
That's why we gave the Kawhi Leonard example. Yes, teams will.
Yeah, truly they will. But it's like he's done. Like at this point, LeBron is on the back half of his. Just say so. He's an asset to have to be effective, but LeBron doesn't. To me,
LeBron James got 4 more good years. I'm talking top 10. We ain't talking about the best player. He got 4 more top 10 years. What was he at this year? Right. Where would we rank LeBron? Maybe the 6th best player. I mean, he averaged 30 points this year, man. What you saying?
The 6th best player this past season?
Yeah. We can do it real quick. I mean, Giannis, Embiid, Joker.
KD.
Then no, KD wasn't better than LeBron this year.
Oh my God, bro.
Maybe DeMar. We could put DeMar to chosen, but I would say LeBron was better than him this year. I'm really only putting LeBron was the 4th best player. I mean, we could put Steph 4, LeBron 5. Oh no, because then we got to talk about Ja. No, I'm not putting Ja.
He's in the top 10. He's in the top 10, definitely.
I give him the top 10. I won't give him the top 5. I give him the top 10.
7.
This is what LeBron's going to look like for the next 4 years. LeBron ain't fading off like that. LeBron getting 2 more rings. He going to make it like
Coach Rice is just like he said, he's finna pull the Kobe Bryant effect.
I think LeBron's sleeping in a hyperbolic time chamber.
I'm with you, Coach. I don't think LeBron got 4 years. I'm like you, Ron. I can't rock with Ron with that 4 or more. No, I give him a year.
I give him maybe
Coach
2.
Rod said he's in top 30. Top 30.
Blasphemy.
Coach. Well, that's a good assessment because that's basically saying that he's the top player off of one team, for average of one team. So technically, he can still be in the top 15, top 10 or top 7 in that top 30 session. I mean,
well, Bishop, argument. All I'm going to say is LeBron got rest this year. So watch out. Saying it in advance.
I feel you. I feel you. I totally feel you on that. I feel you.
AD, I mean, LeBron and Glassman is going to be healthy. Start the year off. They're going to have the league in a headlock.
So before being derailed by Bishop's non-breaking story,
that was breaking. That was huge.
That was a breaking. No one cares about that.
Now he don't care. Now Ron, this dude is so.
Honestly, I really don't. I could be honest. I really don't care. Like I said, LeBron is getting older now. Like if he leaves, he leaves.
If he dies, he dies. What is this, Rocky? What is this, Rocky? If he dies, he dies. Dolph Lundgren.
So I have a question, right? I have a question. My question is, with now that there's no rehab in place, reportedly coming in a whole lot leaner, having an opportunity to work a full in-person potential training camp with their coach Mike McCarthy. Is Dak Prescott ready to take the Cowboys to newer heights and be more efficient?
I'm like, what team is Trey about to talk about? Who are we about to talk about?
Dallas Cowboys.
Don't he know we represent the Eagles around here?
Man, this dude always bringing up them cowgirls.
I just wondering. They said Dak is coming. Say
Them
he's leaner.
DODO cowgirls.
He's leaner. He said he's been working on more than just his legs to build his legs up to working on a
He
whole
been
body.
doing
He's
more
dropped.
than that hip workout he do.
Yeah,
Yeah, that little hip twist he be, that little
yeah.
hip twist he
So
do.
now so do we? The only down part to it is he has not had any workouts with any of his receivers. As two of the four are injured and recovering, and the other two have yet to be with the team. Being CD Lamb being one of them. As they talked about yesterday, the the tight end is holding out because he feel like he needs to be paid more money.
Yeah, they said I heard about that too. So I saw CD Lamb in their workout. So he's lean. He looked like he leaned up a lot. I was looking at it and I was like, damn, CD looked like he didn't trim down a little bit, making himself a little faster, but also making himself prone to injury for taking hits. But nobody care about Dak, bro. Dak is Dak. That
Until
dude is not doing anything.
he's won two
Dak
One,
is whack.
division games against Philadelphia, and
he's
Once
not.
you
That's
go
not.
Dak, you'll always want to go back.
Dak, ain't nobody worried about Dak, bro.
They already told us who he
so,
is.
so
He's the
really,
Black Kirk Cousins.
y'all really aren't worried about Dak Prescott in the Cowboys?
We're not.
Seriously?
We're not. We're really not, bro. Have y'all seen the photos of Jalen Hurts? He's put on weight. He's
The
bulked up
Eagles, the Eagles should punch the Cowboys right in the mouth. I'm talking
right in the mouth.
30-17. I don't want to talk
Right
about
in
the
the mouth.
Cowboys unless the headline is CD Lamb is becoming the best wide receiver in the NFL. Because that's got to be the plan. But he's not it. You got
Well,
it
for one, a
wrong,
lot of
Jerry
people don't even think
Jones.
CD Lamb is the number one out there in Dallas.
He's not. Oh, he's the number one.
He
He's
is.
probably not going to get the ball like a number one though.
Well, no,
But he's the
everybody else
number
think
one.
what's called is the number one. If you
Yeah,
ask
Gallup, because
Apple,
his favorite
Applewhite,
player.
yeah, you
The
ask Applewhite,
Cowboys are a complete mess. And we know Vander Esch is going to get injured after like 2 games, start the year out. He's an incredible defender. I wish the guy could stay healthy. They got division on the defensive line. I guess they do got that cornerback. Is he ready to turn into prime time?
Trayvon Diggs.
That boy is bad. Okay, I do have a favorite player. He's the reason to watch Cowboys games. Never mind. Forgot all about him.
I think he's a little too aggressive, even though it did
Can
get him some last year, but he takes a lot of chances and it gets
can
him
he
burnt.
become the best player in on defense this year? If they
yet to
stay
be
healthy
determined.
on defense, because I was about
That
to
could
say
be a force.
Cowboys 6-11, but I give them 3 more wins because of him. 9-8. Diggs gets smokes, but Diggs got hands. Don't throw it his direction.
That part.
And you have to take the risk of him getting smoked because he's overplaying, he's being aggressive. He trying to play offense when he on defense is what it is. That's a bad man.
Additionally, Chicago's linebacker Robert Quinn has not showed up to the mini camp and they don't know why. They're not sure. He hasn't pulled up yet. I don't know if he's trying to force himself out of Chicago. Coach Uriah, what's up with Robert Quinn? Why he ain't showed up to the mini camp in Chicago?
Of course he's trying to force himself. Would y'all want to play in Chicago? Seven and 1. Cowboys ain't starting on 7-1, man.
He basically said they're gonna go 7-10 for the year.
It's 2022 Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's an interesting question. Pittsburgh Steelers, do they continue with their winning
Dominance.
seasons or dominance, or is this a year that they go down and they fall off?
They got the second best player in football in TJ Watt, so their defense is always going to be a problem. Like
Is that enough?
Yeah, it's like having Aaron Donald, the number one, and then I give it to T.J. Watt, number two. Who's the number third best defensive player? I don't know, but T.J. Watt gets them 6 wins. Can they put together a decent offense? I mean, Mike Tomlin.
He
They're
has no
gonna be all right.
losing seasons. He has no losing.
They're gonna be better. They're gonna have a better season than the Bengals. Put that on there.
Ooh. So let me put this out here for y'all, man, because I know a lot of people was wondering, because I know we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. I want to say Dolphin rumors. Sean Payton was offered 4-year, $100 million contract to become the head coach. The Miami Dolphins reportedly heavily pursued Sean Payton, who resigned from his position with the New Orleans Saints earlier this offseason to become the team's next head coach. According to Albert Breer of the Monday Morning Quarterback,
to the bank. We dancing to the bank. We dancing to the
Miami
bank.
offered Payton a 4-year deal worth $100 million. Last week, David Hyde of the Sun Sentinel reported the Dolphins had offered him $100 million over 5 years. Had Miami signed Payton to the master deal, it would have been only the second known $100 million contract for a head coach. We know John Gruden got that in 2018, but that was for 10 years. Payton reported offer for Miami would have moved more than double that, paying him $25 million per year. Payton addressed the rumors surrounding him, Brady, and the Dolphins during some celebrity golf tournament in April. I have no clue about the Tampa Bay Miami Dolphin Tom Brady rumor. Payton said, "My understanding that there was a request put in, or the administrators talked. I'm like the rest of you. I heard that story." During the same interview, Payton said that he would remain with the Saints had he not decided to retire. If I had been ready to coach like this year, I would have stayed in New Orleans, Payton said. It's nice to have someone interested, and that's about it. Look, our focus on Tom Brady has been beating him, not joining him. So Payton is set to work as an analyst for the Fox Sports for the 2022 season. So it doesn't look like Payton.
With that being said, who I'm giving you 5 coaches, and Payton's not in one of them 5 coaches, but I do have a question in reference to that after y'all answer the question. 5 coaches I'm finna give y'all. I'd like y'all to put them in your ranking order. The 5 coaches: Bill Belichick, McVay, Tomlin, Andy Reid, and Harbaugh.
3.
Oh, y'all know my number 1. Which Harbaugh? We talking about the Michigan Harbaugh, right? Yeah.
Nah, he's talking about Baltimore Harbaugh.
He's 5.
Well, we know who's number 5.
He's 5 and McVay is 4.
No, he's not. McVay's number 1. Stop it.
You can't put. How you gonna put McVay over the GOAT?
Belichick.
How you gonna do that, bro? Really?
One, Belichick had a 20 year run. McVay's been doing it for like 4 years. He's already been to 2 Super Bowls.
And he has 6 rings to prove it. 6 rings.
Right. And what did Belichick do without Brady? I'm bringing that to the debate. Those are Tom Brady's rings.
It doesn't matter. It's what he's done with it.
Well, no.
The question wasn't what he's done without this player.
The first 3 are Belichick's. 2001, 3, and 4. Okay. That's his record. So he really won 3. But those last 3.
Well, the last one was his too, wasn't it? Because the last one was one on defense.
Well, he did embarrass the Rams.
Yeah.
Right. That one, the comeback game. And what about the Atlanta game? When they freaking that deep. The Atlanta
that was Tom
game.
Brady. That was Brady.
That was the defense. They held them.
Defense had to stop them. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'll give Belichick 1. McVay 2. I'll come back to my senses.
Okay, thank you.
Tomlinson
wait,
3.
Hold on. How do you put McVay over
over Reid? Yes, over Andy Reid.
Not over Reid, over
Tomlin.
Tomlin, Mike Tomlin. How you doing that?
Bro, because McVay is a new season. Kid. McVay is a new kid.
He hasn't had a losing season yet. I got that, but Tomlin hasn't had a losing
chosen
season.
one. It's
He has
okay.
not had a losing.
McVay about to go on a run of winning 2 to 3 Super Bowls over the next 5
Oh my,
years.
oh Lord, this dude here, bro.
The
That's a
rest of
huge
Aaron
feat,
Donald's
Ron.
the rest of Aaron Donald's prime. What contract did he
That's a
sign?
huge feat. He's what was it?
3
3,
years.
5 years? Was it 3?
Those
Okay,
next
I
3
knew it 3 to
years,
5.
unless an
3
injury
years.
comes, he's going to be the best player in football. So his defense is solidified, and he's the mad magician on offense. Ask Trey, he know.
Don't act like
It,
Jalen Ramsey didn't get toasted in that Super Bowl run. Don't act like Jalen Ramsey didn't get toasted in that Super Bowl run. Don't do it. He can't do it. Donald can't do it by himself. He's one man.
Jalen
It
Ramsey
ain't
may have
basketball.
lost a step.
It ain't
Jalen
basketball.
Ramsey may have lost a step, but did the Rams not get the best linebacker? Do we forget about that part? Go ahead, say it. That part.
What linebacker? Who?
Our guy from Seattle. What's his name?
Oh, but ain't he in his like mid-30s?
Yeah, this is his. That's our version of Von Miller again. He got about
So
two more good
so you
years.
feel like so you feel like that's the swap for Von Miller? In other words, is what you're saying?
Oh wow, we really about to break down the Rams. So why I love it is because the biggest way to beat Aaron Donald is by running the ball, because he just blowing it up so fast you can easily find your gaps. So the Rams
Right.
struggle with run defense. Bringing in him, he is the most consistent linebacker that when it comes to tackling through the run game. And I'm just excited to see that because you ain't gonna be able to pass and you ain't gonna really be able to run. And hopefully Jalen Ramsey can stop getting burnt. I don't know. I'm excited to see the Rams.
That part, because I'm like, ooh. Okay.
So what was your 5, Bishop? Belichick,
Trey, like that is not a part of the conversation.
Tomlin.
No, I said Belichick, Tomlin, Reed, and then Belichick, Tomlin, Reed,
McVay, and then Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Yep.
Wow. So everything I said, Bishop, out the window. I didn't persuade you at all.
McVay could pop in probably in the 3 spot. He can go between the 3 and 4. I just can't put him at 2, bro. And just after one Super Bowl, I can't. Bro.
Right.
I just
I
cannot.
respect that. So if he wins the next one, if he wins another one,
if he wins the next one, he definitely jumps up. Without question.
Because he'll have more than Andy Reid. Andy Reid got one, and Tomlinson really got one.
Right. I will definitely make him jump up. Absolutely, without question.
Okay, keeping in the ranking. I know the disrespect is coming, but we'll say it anyway. Keeping in the ranking. Second year quarterbacks. What is your ranking? You got Zach Taylor.
I got Sunshine at the
Mac
top,
Jones,
so it don't matter.
Lawrence. Who else? Lawrence. Lance.
Don't forget your guy.
Yeah, I said Lance, Trey Lance. And who was the last one? Disrespect. And Fields.
Ooh.
Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Thomas, and Mac Jones.
I can't believe they didn't give Fields no weapons, man.
Yeah, that's really what's gonna hurt Fields.
I may have had him at 1.
Yeah,
that's gonna hurt Fields. Man.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt Fields. He needed some offensive line, and he needed some weapons to throw to.
So I got Lawrence at 1, Fields at 2, and everybody else on the list don't matter. Even y'all guy out there, 49ers.
Yeah, I agree with him. The 1 and 2, and then of course Lance is 5th, and then 3 and 4 is.
Oh, he said, I remember.
Yeah.
We will never forget.
Oh man,
let's go.
So I put Mac ahead of Trevor.
I forgot
Mac Jones.
Yeah, I put Mac ahead of Trevor.
I don't know. I mean, he had a good season. I'm not gonna lie, as a rookie, he had a good season.
I put Zach at number 5, Trey at 4.
Y'all wasn't there like a game where he completed like 3 passes out of like 27 attempts or something, but the Patriots still won?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that
Yes.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that. It was that a Thursday night game when they was
Yeah.
snowing or something like that. Where it was a
I don't
bad.
know
Yep.
about no snow. That's
No, it
your
was
number
snowing.
one, Trey. I
I
remember us just laughing about it for the next 4 weeks. And I don't remember laughing about no snow. You put him at number one.
yeah, I think he's gonna have
He's
his
not.
second year is
He's
gonna be
not
better.
better. He's not
He
gonna
feels
look
he's gonna
better
have a
than
better second
Fields
year.
or Lawrence.
I think he's gonna have a better second year than Trevor.
I'm really intrigued. I'm really looking. I really want to see what Lawrence is gonna do now that what you call is gone.
That
I
Todd,
really,
that Dermot's there.
yeah, I really want to see what Lawrence, because I really had high expectations from Lawrence, because I really think he can play ball.
He's gonna be able to breathe.
Yeah,
Breathe.
I had high expectations, and I feel like, oh boy, screwed him over.
Like, oh, this is how organizations supposed to be run. Oh, I can just come play football. And y'all got me
I
some new
got it now.
toys.
Yeah, I got it.
He get to throw it to Christian Kirk. Who Mac Jones throwing it to? Nobody.
Nobody.
Aguilar.
We had Aguilar, so we know what that's like. We had Aguilar. We know what that's like. Believe that. We know what Aguilar brings. He started out good, but
he started at USC, so I know what it is too.
But and that's why we got rid of him, because obviously they don't. We know that they.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! You know better. Don't even try to play that.
Bro.
Anyway, as we get ready to close out, I want to go back into the WNBA real quick. As the Phoenix Mercury, 2 games last night, as Phoenix Mercury took on Washington Mystics. Mercury luck ran out as they took an L, losing 83-65. Mercury was led by 21 points from Diamond DeShields, 11 points from Scarlett Diggins Smith, and 19 points from Tina Charles. The Mystics' high score was Shakira Austin at 16 points, 10 rebounds, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists from Ariel Atkins, 10 points from Elizabeth Williams. Like I said, now Washington Mystics go to 10-6. The Mercury dropped to 5 to 5-8. The other game last night had the Seattle Storm facing off against the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx took the L, losing by 2 points. They gave them all they could. Was that the game in which y'all watched, Bishop, or which one did you watch? The other one, or did you watch the other one?
The Lynx. I watched the Lynx game.
Yeah. So yeah, Seattle winning 81-79, improving to 9-5 as the Lynx dropped to 3-12. The Storm, led by Brianna Stewart's 29 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 15 points from Epiphany Prince, 14 points from Jewel Lloyd. The Lynx was led by 20 points from Kayla McBride, 12 points from Jessica Shepard, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists from Ariel Powers, and 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists from Nokinka Milicic. So, of course, tonight, as you go forth, before the NBA gets back into swing with the Game 6, tonight's games put the Las Vegas Aces against the Dallas Wings, Atlanta Dream against the Connecticut Sun, and lastly, the Phoenix Mercury will be traveling to Indiana to take on the Indiana Fever for tonight's slate of the games. Additionally, as it was made over the weekend, Brittany Griner has been extended from her detention, in which to July 1st, in which they will have another trial, which they will determine if she is able to leave or what's going on. I think that the NBA continues to do what they can to assist the state departments in trying to get Brittany Griner back home. But for now, we know that she would at the minimum be in jail, in detention in Russia prison until July 2nd. As we all know, her prison detention started on February the 17th as she was going through the airport and allegedly got caught with in possession of vapes cartridges that contain hashish oil, in which is led to her detained. So we continue to support Brittany in her efforts to get home. July 2nd.
Man,
would be her next hearing, in which you see. Until then, she will remain in custody.
It's crazy the amount of trauma that our people go through all over the great green herb that grows from the earth. And free Montrez Harrell along with that. My final
Fam,
thoughts.
we talked about that yesterday. What we talked about that Jones got Parker right. We talked about that yesterday briefly, and my take on it is I think it was his personal. Montreal, even though he's not a big, saying he don't get paid, but he's made good money. I'm not. You're not finna hit me with trafficking for £3 when I make millions. But
Oh,
I
I'm gonna hit
digress.
you with. I'm gonna hit you with whatever I gotta hit you. What I want to hit you with. What you talking about? What you not gonna do?
I'm.
You gonna get.
I'm
You
not.
gonna get whatever I want to give you. So I'm not.
I
Not
mean,
gonna
that's
do
how
it.
this country treats us. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the mindset, unfortunately.
Yeah. Come
But
on
he
now.
should be able to afford a lawyer to get him off of this with ease.
Yeah, he'll get out of that. That ain't gonna be nothing big. He'll get off of it.
Yeah, you gonna. Okay. But yes, that's our show for today. We look forward to y'all. We greatly appreciate High Speeds being with us here this morning, being in formation, as we'll have formation tomorrow. We'll see if we get some more perspectives on what
Game
could be the
6.
potential closeout Game
Game
6. Do we
6.
see a Game 6 Clay? Do we see a Steph Curry Game 6? Do we see Tatum rise up to the occasion to pull up? We'll all talk about it tomorrow amongst anything else. Anything in which we can get from SAC in charge, Davis, in reference to Deshaun Watson, Montrezl Harrell, Henry Ruggs, or any of these. Saying Alvin Kamara, we ain't heard nothing about that lately. Maybe he can give us some insight on that. We greatly look forward to being here with y'all tomorrow morning, 09 to 1100 hours. So, saying, be sure come and fall in. Gentlemen, before we get up out of here, any last questions? I mean, any last statements or anything?
Y'all
Ron
have a
had a
good
bunch of
one.
hot takes.
Enjoy your hump day. Y'all be safe. Appreciate y'all, man.
There it is. Finish the week strong.
Greatly appreciate y'all being here like that. We'll holler at y'all. Let's stand in with the zonk. That's funny. uh, at this time, show attention. Fall out. Look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Row 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated representing. Peace. Y'all have a good one.